Hey guys, how you doing today? I need to replant this little cutie. This is my Rhipsalis Baccifera? Baccifera? I'll put it up on the screen. But I'm having a really hard time keeping her watered. Rhipsalis like to stay on the moist side, so every time I turn around, this little girl is dry. Of course, it doesn't help that I have fans running, and that also helps with drying her out a lot quicker. But I want to put her into a bigger pot. I think this is a 4-inch pot, and I'm going to be putting her in this one. I know it's quite a bit bigger, but it's the only hanging pot that I have, and I have to have her hanging up. So I am going to, I got my soil already mixed up. This is just my normal soil and cocoa coir and a lot of perlite. So try to get this out of the way. I'm kind of excited to see her root system. I may even take a couple cuttings off of her and put some back directly back into my pot. But I am going to dump her out, and her soil smells good, so I'm not going to worry too much about taking all of her soil out. There's all of her roots. She's not completely root bound, but she definitely needs to be. I think I'm going to knock just a little bit of the soil off over here. Just knock off enough to yeah, see, I just watered her a couple of days ago. Then I gave her another small drink right before I did this, because if you give your plants water before you repot, it'll keep them from stressing out, and they'll go over a lot easier. And if you have a stressed plant already, don't repot it. But you can see how dry it is in here. So I'm just knocking off a little bit here on the top. That's all I'm doing. And then I'm just going to kind of stick my fingers in here. Knock off just a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy. Set her down in here. I'll have to put a little more soil in. She's a little bit too low. Let me get this out of my way. So I'm just going to lift her back up. Put some more soil in here. There, that's pretty good. If I break anything, I'll just stick it back down into my soil here. This is a beautiful, beautiful plant. If you guys like hanging plants, she is gorgeous. Anything in the Rhipsalis family, I just absolutely love. They make really great hanging plants, and they also flower, but I'm not too concerned with flowers. I just like the plants. You can see how just all over the place that she is. It's like little snakes everywhere. Though that might freak some people out. I probably shouldn't say snakes. Get some more in here. Lift her up carefully. And I'm just going to press down, get her nice and snug in here. I think she's going to be a lot happier in this bigger pot. I thought it was going to be really horrendously big, but it's really not. I think it'll be fine. There, I had to put her up on a pot so I wasn't bending over so much. This table is kind of short. All that bending over kills my back. I'm just filling in. Put some here around her top. She's going to be thankful for some nice, fresh, nutrient-rich soil. A little bit more right here. And then I think it'll be good. And then I think you can see all of the newer growth coming out right here. It's kind of a paley, peachy color, or red. But I think I'm going to take a couple cuttings and then I'm just going to stick them right back in the pot. Okay, before I take any cuttings, I'm going to put a few back here. I'm going to go ahead and water her in. It should be pretty good, and it looks like the soil stayed at a good level because I pushed it in, so it doesn't really look like I'll have to add any more. I'm going to stick her tag in so I don't forget that. I'm going to leave all these big pieces on because that's the older part of the plant. But I think what I'm going to do is just take this one. I'm going to make a clean cut. Cut it at an angle. And then I'm going to go ahead and just stick it right back here. See, I stuck that piece right back there, and then she will root out and grow. Now with Rhipsalis, I don't usually let them dry out and callus over on the end where you cut, but you can. But I wouldn't leave it for too long because it'll start getting wilted, and then you'll play heck trying to get it hydrated again. I'm trying to see where else I want to cut. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to cut I think I might take this piece here. Cut that little piece off. And then I'll stick her in back here. And then I think I might do one more. If I can find a good piece. I love this plant. It is so pretty. Get rid of my soil here. Oops. And I dropped it. That looks like a good piece. I think I'll cut that one off. And I'll stick her right back down in here. And then that will fill out, that'll fill the back out really nicely. So she's all watered in, ready to go. The pot feels, yep, the pot feels nice and heavy. I'm going to drain that bottom saucer. And Rhipsalis, Baccifera. I'll put it up on the screen in the beginning. Really, really cute little Rhipsalis. They like to stay moist. They like to be fed. If they're growing, feed them just like any other plant. If it's summer, winter, it don't matter. If they're growing, they need to be fed. They like bright light. I keep her in a west window, and she also goes back and forth into a south window, because I kind of switch back and forth with switching my plants around, sharing windows. But for the most part, she goes in a south and west window. And in the summertime, when she gets a lot of bright light, she'll turn like a red cast to her. And like I said, these like to stay moist. There's not really a whole lot more to say about it besides it's a really fast grower. And if you love hanging plants and you like stuff that is fuzzy, this gets really fuzzy. I'll try to show you. Here's a really fuzzy piece. I mean, it's all kind of fuzzy, but you can see. Look at all the little fuzzes coming out of there. And they do not poke you at all. But she's super fuzzy, and I love this plant. She's one of my favorites out of all the plants that I have. I love this plant. So that's about all I can say about this plant. Even if you can only buy a couple of cuttings off somebody, get them, because they do grow very, very quickly, and great hanging plant. They grow well in the house, and they grow even faster if you put them outside. Oh, there's one I broke. It's broken 2 spots, so I'm just going to stick both of those pieces down in there. But alright guys, I am going to let you go, and I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.